So I remember now what I meant to say, and I'm going to try to get it all out here. So what I was saying before, we have been living in a matrix all our lives. All this technology that we had thought was so helpful to us. And it's not. Okay, maybe in some ways it has been helpful, yes. It has been, sure. But not all of it has been. In many ways, it's taken our humanity away. It has. We have been distanced from each other. We've become isolated from each other. In this social distancing thing, sure, it's saved lives, but in other ways, it's taken us away from each other even more. We have people that are elderly. It may have saved their lives, saved them from becoming sick. But why would they have anything to live for when they're completely taken away from the people they love most? These children that are alienated from their families, they're alienated even more now with this social distancing shit. And they're taking humanity away even more. So, but what I wanted to say was, in the coronavirus crisis, in the ways I've seen here, here's what I wanted to say. In my opinion, my humble little plebeian opinion, high five if you know what that means. My humble little plebeian opinion, my worthless little opinion. The coronavirus is exactly what we need. Probably exactly what we need in many ways. I don't want people to die. I really don't. What I'm saying is, our Earth is dying. Our Earth is dying. It's the only one we have. What I'm saying is, it's the only way to save us. It's the only way for people to wake up and treat others the way they deserve to be treated. Treat them right. Bring your humanity back. If we had humanity to begin with, I don't know if we ever have. Humans have never treated each other fairly. They've never treated each other right. We've always been treating each other with injustice and cruelty from the beginning, and we probably always will. I mean, in the end times, we'll probably be fighting over things like socks and soap and toilet paper. There we go, fighting over toilet paper. I mean, it's gone. See, this is how people are showing our true colors, and we continue to do it. There are apocalyptic movies and dystopian movies everywhere talking about this stuff. These are probably the end times. I've been saying this for years, and I'm one of those firm believers that it could happen. And I'm not biblical. I'm a witch, but I believe this coronavirus is probably, maybe it's the real deal. Maybe 2020 is the year that 2012 wanted to be. They said the world was going to end in 2000. Remember? So, when I say we were living in the Matrix, and this was our wake-up call, maybe it is. Maybe the electricity cutting off today is another sign saying, get off the internet, get off Facebook, get off Twitter, get off Instagram, get off the technology, be who you're supposed to be. Stop living in these fake online forums and start living in the real world. Start going outside. I know I'm a total hypocrite because here I am posting on a freaking online video and I'm in the Matrix. So, but I'm trying to reach you, I guess. No one really listens anyway because, like I always say, I'm invisible. But that's okay. I want to just write this down because, write it down, record it because I'll forget it because I can't remember things with all my brain damage. I've been hit in the head a lot, so I forget things. So if I pause, it's because my brain is like, but it's not because I'm stupid. It's because I have brain trauma and I just forget. but I have an above average IQ, so it's like I have these thoughts, and I'm like, holy shit, bam, it hit me. And I just feel like this is our wake-up call, this is it. So when the lights go out, it's what I needed today for it to make me the person that I'm supposed to be. I need to get off the internet. It's not going to do anything for me. It's not going to do anything for you. One day we're not going to have it anymore. All that work that you've put out there on the internet is going to be gone. All those pictures that you have of your family that you have trusted in that almighty internet, it's gone. If you don't print it out now, it's going to be gone. If it's on a USB, get it printed out. It's going to be gone. But even then, if you print it out, it could all go down in flames. It could all go out in flames. Your house could burn down tomorrow. The apocalypse could come. I mean, it could. We don't know what's going to happen. I say this all the time. My car could get blown up. Gone. My life could end tomorrow. I mean, it's like the chaos theory, the butterfly effect. One event could lead to another event. We don't know what's going to happen next. Everything I know and love could end in a second, a split second. Volcanic eruption. You know, earthquakes. We had an earthquake in 2010 or 2011, and it freaked the shit out of me because I was supposed to see my daughter that day, and she was late, and I was like, oh my god, is she okay? You know, she was on the road then, and I was so worried about her, and it was one of the last times I saw her. No, it was 2012. Yeah, it was 2012, and that was one of the times it was my wake-up call, and that's what this is. It's a wake-up call. Wake up. You don't know what your life has in store for you. And I've gone into this shell, this almighty shell of depression and this self-loathing and this like midlife crisis where I'm realizing I'm not straight. I'm realizing I'm almost 90% to 100% gay, and I'm finally okay with that. All my life I have been. I'm okay with that. I'm not wearing makeup today. Maybe I should stop wearing makeup, you know, just stop wearing makeup because I should just be okay with myself. I'm okay just the way I am. No matter what freaking color my hair is. Because it could be gone tomorrow in a split second. My songs are not written. They might never get recorded. I may never make a CD. No one might ever notice me. I might never exist to anybody. I might never find the love of my life. Maybe there is no such thing as a love of your life. It doesn't freaking exist. Who cares? If I was put here for no reason on earth than just to exist. I have an existential crisis, whatever that is. Okay, I had 4 beautiful children, and they're all that matters. They're here. I don't know what their reason is either, but this earth is beautiful, and honestly, I feel like human beings are... I hate to say this. God, this is awful. I have 4 kids. No, human beings are not the rats of the earth because I have 4 children, and then they are not the rats of the earth. You know what I'm saying? Like, how can you say that, like, I want to say that the best thing to happen to this planet would be if there were no human beings, because this earth would be so much better if there were no human beings on it. So the coronavirus outbreak is the best thing to happen to this planet. Because if all human beings were gone, this earth would go back to its original state. And yet, I can't say that because how could I ever want anything to happen to the elderly or to my babies, you know? And it's a conundrum, it really is. But back to my original point was, if we all just wake up, think really hard about your life. No matter what were to happen today or tomorrow, we're all pinned up at home. You know, we have to really think about our life choices, about the people we've hurt, the things that we've done. You're probably not listening. This won't get anywhere. I'm just another philosopher, philanthropist, whatever the hell I am. I'm just another idiot with purple hair to you probably. But that's okay with me too, because if I were dead tomorrow, I would die knowing that I had some kind of purpose in life, and that purpose was I am Sarafina Delirium, and I am who I am, and I really don't care what anybody thinks of me, because I know that I'm a good person, and I know that the universe put me here for a reason, and that reason is God. To be Seamus, Amy, Alexander, and Dallas's mother, and to be who I am. And I'm me. So, I have made my video now. I think I've said everything that I wanted to say and got it out. So, and then some. I said some extra things that weren't really necessary, but I remembered everything that I wanted to say, so that's good. Without makeup, because makeup's not really fucking necessary anymore. I think I'm gonna just stop wearing makeup because it's pointless. So, anyways, thanks for watching. That's part 1 and part 2 of my little frickin' end of the world apocalypse thing. So, I think my kid's tapping on the window behind me. And say hi to YouTube, Xavier.
I'm gorgeous. The world's ending. I'm gonna blow up.
No, you won't, Xavier. I don't think the world's really gonna end. Because people say this every year, and I mean, I could. We'll probably all go into mass chaos, and people will freak out like they do every frickin' year. I mean, we had the swine flu and the avian flu, and then this flu and that flu. Like I said in that one coronavirus video that I had. Remember that? Did you guys watch that? Oh my god, go watch it. I was so freaking mad. When my electricity cuts back on, I'll upload this. It'll probably be a while. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm not wearing makeup. I actually don't feel bad about it either. Like, I could probably go out in public like this and be like, hey, look how ugly I am. Do you ever feel like, just a random question for you guys. Do you ever feel like ugly, but also even uglier on the inside? Like, you're just like, God, I'm freaking ugly. And then you're like, but I'm even uglier on the inside. But then you're like, oh God, if only people knew what I looked like from the side. Ooh, my nose. But then you're like, no, I'm not that bad. And then you're like, wait, no, I am. I think what's the worst part is my freaking teeth. Like, ugh, they're so horrible. But I've never had braces, so I'm like, well, that's not really that bad. But in the end, you're like, does it matter? There's 50 billion, or what is it, 10 million people on Earth. And who really freaking cares? Like, you're a speck. Like, why? My question is, why do we feel so bad about ourselves, right? Another point. And trust me, I have a point. I have a point to this. I'm going to stop recording in just a second. I promise you. Why do we feel so bad about ourselves? Because of people bullying us, right? Here's the thing. I have confidence problems, and at the same time I don't, because that's what people want us to think. They want us to feel bad about ourselves. Because it makes them feel better about themselves. And so, it goes back to the beauty industry, and easy breezy, beautiful cover girl, right? If the beauty industry didn't make you feel bad about yourself, they wouldn't make any money, right? So if you finally accepted yourself today, just the way you were, no makeup, no hair dye, no preppy clothes, nothing fancy, today, the way you are, they would go out of business today. They would go completely out of business, and the world would literally end, because, I mean, no braces, no makeup, no contacts, no glasses. I mean, I need glasses to see, but, I mean, if we all accepted ourselves the way we were, I don't know what they would do. So I think I'm just gonna do that. I'm just gonna be like, hey, this is what I look like without all of the bells and whistles. And if the world ends tomorrow, then deal with it. And if it don't, then deal with it. So that's my point. And there's some cars going by, so they can just skedaddle down the road. So I'm just gonna accept me the way I am. And we all get I get tired of being made to be like, why do I let people get to me? I used to let people get to me, and now I'm like, Okay, that's your opinion. I live with it. I look at it and I'm like, why am I gonna let myself feel that way? Does it really matter? You know? And I'm not gonna sit here and say at the same time, well, there's people that look worse than I do. Does that really help me make me feel better about myself? To sit there and say, oh, there's people out there that have it worse than I do? Is that supposed to make me feel better about myself? No! How can I feel better about myself to sit here and put others down below me, to use them as a stepping stool to make me feel better, and to use their situation and put them down? That should not make anybody feel better about themselves, to put someone else down, to say their situation is worse than mine, so I feel better now, or they are uglier than I am, so I feel better now. That makes me feel like a piece of shit about myself, to say that I look better than them. That does not build me up in any way, shape, or form. To say I look better than they do, my situation's better than them. Oh, wait, well, it could be worse. It could be worse. I'm lucky, I'm blessed. You know, I could be uglier. My situation could be worse. Doesn't help me. It just doesn't help me. So anyways, my rant's over now. I know that I do it a lot. I like to rant. It's what I do. Now I have an outlet for it. I'm just kidding. Back to that was my outletting. In the end, Facebook and the internet, it's gonna have to stop sometime, because we're all gonna have to go back to ground zero and live off the grid. We're not gonna have the internet forever. All we're gonna have is nature, and we're gonna have to live off of the earth. One of these days, we're just gonna have to accept that and stop being. I really do believe that the human race is a bunch of cockroaches. Really do. But last point. The only thing I wish is that coronavirus killed the ones that deserved it and not the innocent. That's all I wished. Because there are so many people out there that don't deserve to die, and yet there are rapists and pedophiles and true rapists. People that really did do it. Not people that were wrongly convicted. People that hurt people. People that hurt animals. People that do things that are bad. Really do things that are bad. Not get punished for things that they didn't do that are bad. You know, real things. Not just, you know, doing drugs because they need an outlet. I'm not saying that because, you know, I've never done drugs, but I mean, I know people that have done drugs because they're like, I know more people that have done drugs for sexual assaults, and, you know, the people that did it to them were never convicted for it, and yet the person that's doing drugs to deal with it is getting convicted for drugs, right? That's not fair. We have a really bad criminal justice system that doesn't work. So it's just not fair that the coronavirus is killing people. The wrong people are getting sick, and that's not justice either. So that's all I wish. That it was, I just wish there was justice, you know, always wish there was justice. So anyway, rant over. Thanks for watching 18 minutes into this video. Bye. Good night, until we meet again. See you guys next time. If there's a next time. If there's a next time. I'll see you then.